Hello, everyone. My name is Jaquanda Green, and I will be discussing today is regular testing necessary to improve academic performance. And my position is on the for side. Now, I'm going to start off today with the two questions that I was given. The first one is: should students be tested more, not less? What does testing measure? And question number two is: do standardized tests show an accurate view of students' abilities? Now, I know what you all are thinking. Testing. Testing is the worst, most people think, but it's actually not all that bad. Testing has been a part of American education since the mid 1800s. Testing is actually a reliable, fair, and objective measure of student achievement. The No Child Left Behind Act mandated annual testing in all 50 states. The No Child Left Behind Act was put into act to drive broad gains into student achievement and to hold states and schools more accountable for the students' progress. To make sure the students' progress is being achieved, is every teacher in core contents areas working in public schooling have to be high qualified in a subject they are teaching. Now, like I said, testing has been a part of the American education for many, many, many years now. Um, Failures in the education system have been blamed on rising poverty levels, teaching qualities, tenure policies, and increasingly on the pervasive use of standardized testing. Um, Students' testings, including the use of a large scale and high state standardized tests, found a positive effect on student achievement, according to a peer review 100-year analysis of teaching research completed in 2011 by testing scholarship Richard P. Phelps. Back to my question: should students be tested more, not less? I think students should be tested very fairly, depending on what type of test they are taking, because there are many types of testing. You have simple vocabulary tests, spelling tests, you have chapter tests, and you have the big ones, the standardized tests, the FCAT, the ACT, SAT, things like that. Really depends on what type of testing it is and what the students need and like the grade level of the students, whether they're in elementary school, middle school, high school, or even college. It really just depends on the student. As far as standardized testing should be given 2 times a year, I feel. The beginning of the year and the ending of the year, which, most people already think that the curriculum is not a curriculum anymore. Is testing is taking over the curriculum, as most people think, but it's really not. The curriculum is being more focused on the important basic skills of all students need to master, which is very fair. Um, they don't focus on testing per se. You have bits and pieces of a curriculum that are getting the students ready for the testing, but it's not all focused on the testing part the whole year, on the standardized testing part the whole year. It's not correct. Now, as far as like spelling tests and chapter tests, yes, I think students, every time teachers to teach a lesson, maybe depends on what grade level. Some teachers teach for like a week or 2 weeks or even a couple of days, depending on what the lesson consists of. The students should definitely be tested afterwards, just to show their comprehension of that lesson and to see what level they are on, to see if the teacher should go back and, review the lesson and go over it some more, or should they move on to the next lesson? The results depend on where the teacher and the student stands. Um, the testing results is also good for the parents as well. When you get the results back, the teachers can have a teacher parent conference and discuss the students' results with the parents, so that the parents know where their child stands in the classroom, what they need to work on, what the child needs to work on, what the parent needs to work on with the child, so that they can get them on the right level if they have fallen below, the level of the classroom. It's good for everybody. The teachers use it for their own needs, like seeing what they need to work on with getting the lesson through to the students, as if they should go back and reteach the lesson a different way. Maybe a different way will get the students more comfortable and make them comprehend the lesson a little bit more, is how I feel. That's how, if I was like I'd want to do pre-K, but if I was like a K through 12 teacher, I would definitely take those results and look at those as a positive feedback for myself, so that I know what I need to work on as a teacher to help my students. The next question was, do standardized tests show accurate view of students' abilities? Yes, it does show accurate view of the students' abilities, because every child has their perks. Everybody have their strengths, their weaknesses, and testing really does show that. It shows the students where their weaknesses are, and the teacher can give the students, a little bit more help to get them to make their weakness a strength, and the student know where they fall, so that they can work on it themselves, either at home or even doing tutoring, so that they can get up to that level. It exercises all of the students' abilities. You have them, if they're capable of doing basic math problems or even science, social studies, things like that. It exercises all the abilities of a student. Testing is, like I said, is not all that bad. The benefits of testing in any area is the provision of effective feedback to learners, which teachers, not always teachers, they are learners as well. The students are teaching the teachers as they go along as well. So everybody in the whole aspect is a learner in some sort. So it provides that effective feedback that everyone needs. The active involvement of learners in their own learning. You have to be held accountable for your own learning. We have adjusting teaching to take account of the results of assessments. The teachers, as I stated before, they are taking accountability of the testing results from the students, because that affects them as well as a teacher, and it lets them know what they need to work on as a teacher for that student and for their whole class to succeed in that area. And then you have the need for learners to be able to assess themselves and understand how to improve. You can only, if you work on it, you are the only one that can improve yourself. You can have a parent, you can have a teacher to help you, but you are the only one that can improve your own success. As long as the testing is appropriate for the age limit, then testing is definitely a good idea to me. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video.